So another Steam Next Fest has been and gone, and I played a lot of games. I played Wonder Stop. I really loved Duck Detective, especially the voice acting. And I played Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. But one of my favourite games I played was Is This Seat Taken? The duo over at Poti Poti have created an excellent but simple puzzle game. The premise is very simple. Your job is to help people find a seat. This could be on a bus, this could be in a cinema, or it could be working out the seating plan at a wedding. The complexity of the puzzles comes with the characters' frankly ridiculous requests. Take this example. You're trying to seat a father and son next to each other in a cinema. You have to make sure that the child can see over the person in front of them, and that the father isn't sitting next to someone who has neglected their personal hygiene. As you can imagine, the more numerous the requests get, the more complicated a dance it becomes to make sure everyone finishes the puzzle satisfied. As the demo available itself is only about 20 to 30 minutes, you'll only come across one or two puzzles that really scratch that challenging puzzle itch. But these developers clearly understand how to make a very satisfying puzzle game, and I look forward to seeing how they elaborate on these ideas for the full release. To be honest, the visual design does a lot of the heavy lifting for this game. All of the character designs are adorable, and the facial animations for those characters are fantastic. The facial animations are also used to great effect as a way to tell you that you're on your way to the correct puzzle solution. The controls are very straightforward and intuitive, and the music is incredibly relaxed. One aspect of the game I had particular appreciation for was the grid system used outside of the puzzle space. As puzzles become more complicated in the future, I expect people will use the grid system effectively to prevent or minimise the number of resets before coming to a solution. Saying that, making a mistake on a puzzle doesn't really end up being that big of a deal, as most of the puzzles are short enough that it never feels monotonous or drawn out to go back and complete the puzzle for a second time. This demo is very short, which means it doesn't have a lot of time to introduce complicated puzzle mechanics. But it does leave a lot of room for future development. The developers could easily play with the setting of the puzzles. This would allow them to make more complicated puzzle mechanics and introduce short-form stories relevant to that particular setting. One example that pops to mind could be a student lecture theatre, where you have to position students depending on how much they want to focus, and so that they can avoid the gaze of the teacher when they fall asleep. Or seating passengers on a commercial airline, accommodating for big families, their class of ticket, desired legroom and proximity to the toilet. They may even decide to go completely off rails with the setting, dipping into different narrative genres, coming up with short puzzles that leverage a sci-fi or maybe a western theme to keep things fresh and interesting. Saying that, the developers may want to keep the game grounded firmly in reality, instead tinkering with the number of people you need to seat and the absurdity of their requests. By including a variety of different settings, it allows the developers to weave short narratives into their game, adding another layer of depth into what is already a very enjoyable experience. Is This Seat Taken ticks all the boxes when it comes to a relaxed puzzle experience. Great music, appealing visual design, and arguably the most important thing, challenging puzzles to sink your teeth into. I really love it when the Steam Next Fest comes along and introduces me to games I otherwise wouldn't have played. Demos like this let you kick back, relax, and enjoy a low-stakes but highly satisfying puzzle experience. I will continue to keep an eye out for updates to the game, and I look forward to its 1.0 release. I will leave a link to the Steam page for Is This Seat Taken in the description box below. Thank you for watching.